Hello, and welcome to episode 188 of my Wurm Unlimited tutorial series. This episode will be on discussing and showing the changes that occurred with update 1.6 that was released on the 6th of April 2018. But first of all, of course, say hello, Raynstorm.
Hi everyone, Raynstorm here.
Okay, so Raynstorm and me have decided on an order in which we'll go through talking about all the different updates. We'll show what we can to demonstrate some of the changes. We will give a small demonstration of things like the archaeology, but this is going to be an hour-long episode at least, I believe. And a lot of people don't like watching episodes that long, so for that reason what I'll do, several of the subjects of the update that we'll be discussing, like archaeology, I will index into an individual episode which we will both do in the future. So we'll do that for things which need their own indexed episode, so things that are unique. Maybe it could be an item or a change to an item, enough for us to show it in an episode. We're going to start, aren't we, Raynstorm, with transferring items out of bulk storage now, aren't we?
From one bulk storage bin to another.
Yeah, so let's do that. So in this new update, here is the first super cool thing. Now there's certain things that have occurred in this update which I absolutely love. I mean, absolutely brilliant changes. Here's the first. So in the old days, you'd have to open up your first bulk storage or container, then you'd open your second container, and the way it worked, as well you know, is you'd grab a load of items, move it to the second storage, so drag with the button kept pressed, let go of the left mouse button. When you release, it then always used to give you this option of how many items or all items, and in the past if you said all items and just pressed enter or clicked the send button, it would then take the amount that you can carry in your inventory and transfer that. Here's the difference now. When
Well,
you...
can we just add one little thing?
Yeah, of course.
So like if you can only carry 4 brick, it will only transfer 4 brick. Even if you had 100 in there, it would only transfer 4 at a time because it's limited to what you can hold.
That's it, excellent. Thank you, Rainstorm. That did require a little elaboration on that. So yeah, it's you're capped by your carry weight as to how much you can drag and drop over. But now with this new update, watch what happens when I select all items. All it will do, you'll see this bar down here transferring bulk items, and it will slowly, per your carry weight limit, transfer it automatically to the storage that you're transferring to. And in the old days, you know that you had to just keep dragging and dropping and then OK and then getting and dragging. Now you can see that it's gone through the whole stack of the Colossus bricks. And next I'll do it again with the bricks. So I'm just drag and drop and say send to that. And now you'll see it will transfer all of them.
So it just basically the timer will take as long as it would normally take you to move things from one to another based on your weight.
Yeah, but much quicker, of course, because now you don't have to keep right clicking and clicking open and then send for all items. And you'd have to do that dependent on how many items you had. So if you had 1,000 dirt that you had to transfer, that's going to take a long time. But with this, now you can go make a cup of coffee and let it all transfer. So really cool. Anything you want to add to that, Rainstorm?
Nope, that was a really great update.
Yeah, it's a fantastic change. That's something we've been waiting for years, haven't we? We've been whining and moaning. And
Yes.
yeah, I won't
Even
say
before
nagging.
Even before Unlimited came out.
Oh yeah, when we was like on, oh, what was that? What was the PvP?
Independence?
Huh?
Oh, the PvP was Chaos.
Chaos, that's it. Yeah, when we was on Chaos and we had all that dirt because we got all like in defense mode and we wanted to do
Yeah.
So wow, that's really cool though. So there you go. That's the first really cool thing. Right, moving on then. What's next, Rainstorm?
if you look at the horse behind you, there's something special on him.
Ah, okay, yes. Check that out. Can you see by the graphic the saddlebag? So that's a new change in this latest update. If I first show you in my inventory what they look like, again, we will index an episode specifically on saddlebags. And but just for now, I'll show you what it looks like. So, oh no, not in there. There we go. There's the saddlebag right there. You can see that it's a container and it's for horses. So if I right click on the horse, go to look at equipment, and then if I expand the torso, and where you place your saddlebag is on the saddle. So you would drag
in the saddle.
that's it, in the saddle. So you drag your saddlebag to the saddle and then let go of the mouse button, and it will then drop it into the horse like so. So there you can see it's got a saddlebag, and if we expand that, you'll see Raynstorm's put a couple of glass flasks in there. But of course you can store up to 100 items in your saddlebag. Okay, so that's really cool, isn't it? Now here Raynstorm, you know I like to catch you during each episode, and this is like this new thing I like to do because it keeps you on your toes. As you know, if I had 6 horses tethered to my wagon, can I put saddlebags on each of them horses?
I don't see why not.
Now, I like to catch Raynstorm on the spot because I know she will come back with the answer any minute. I know you will, won't you?
I don't see why they couldn't. We can hook all our horses up if you'd like.
Do you have a wagon over it?
Not down here. It's up at the horse bins.
Well, you know what? In the next episode, maybe we'll demonstrate that. So we can
How about when we actually make the saddlebags and put them on the horses? We'll show it at that time.
There you go. That's a good idea. Yeah. So in the saddlebag episode, that's just what we'll be showing, if you can or you can't. Right. What's next?
One of the new features is you can now move items. Not move items. We've always been able to move items, but you can now place items.
Yeah.
Show them the new place feature.
So
now there's places you can select it from.
There's,
one is when you right click on the item itself and then place, and then there's another option when it's already in place and you want to move it.
Oh right, okay, yeah. I see the when you right click and move place, but let's show that. Right, so moving the changes that in this latest update for when you move. Now, in the old days, you remember, you just carry an item, you drop it on the tile, and you keep your fingers crossed that there's not too many other objects on that tile taking up too much space. And you remember in countless episodes in the past of where we've had to push, pull, and that has been a real pain. But now, just like that transferring of items, this is just pure brilliant, and this is something we've been waiting for years. Well, so this chair, if I right click on it, I've got an option to move and then an option to place. So if I left click on place, you'll see now that there's a graphic of the chair showing. It's green when you can place it, and it turns red, show you over this, when you can't place it. And that means when it's red that there's too many items, doesn't it, on the tile?
Yeah, you can't move it there. There's another object that's taking up too much space.
Yeah, so it's blocking it. But as you can see, you can move it around freely. Now, if you've got a mouse with a mouse wheel, then as you turn the mouse wheel, it rotates. Yeah, how cool is that? And this is just so fantastic. So I'm going to show you next with a bulk storage bin. That's something that we've all had a problem with. So I'm just going to left click.
Just you.
Yeah. I'm going to left click that. And you're going to see this now going along the bottom here, placing, and you're going to see it. And then there you are. How cool is that? That is very cool. But let's show you the bulk storage. This was always the moving these. So if I go, oh no, I have to do the barrel, don't I? Rainstorm's got permissions, haven't you? So I can't touch that bin. But let's do
Wait
this.
a minute. It wasn't planted. You should be able to do that one, remember? It was a different bulk storage bin that you couldn't move.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, all right. So again, you right click, choose move, and then place. So let's do that. Because we all know what a pain the bulk storage bin's not been. But now look, you move it wherever you want with precision. Turn it around. Absolutely brilliant. And if you right click and go to place and then you think, oh no, actually I'm going to leave it like that, you just right click, it can. Okay.
So
Cool.
pick something up from your inventory and place it. It's very similar, but actually pick something up and do it, like the chair,
The chair, all right, let's do that.
since you were on the chair.
Yeah, because I wanted to show the differences. You mentioned two, didn't you? You mentioned
Right.
the one that's already in place and moving it, and then now we're going to show the dropping and moving it, are we?
Yep.
Okay. So I got
Don't click drop, click place.
the place. Bring up screen. Well, I've got plant.
You don't have place?
No.
Okay.
I see how it is. I do.
Okay. Drop or plant, and then I guess you have to place. Maybe it's.
No, there it is. Yeah, you're right. Drop and then play. It's being put under drop. I just thought I didn't have the permission to drop it. Right, so yeah, it's drop and place. Let's try that. And of course, it doesn't just do what it did before of just putting it on the ground. Now, you can actually, yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, you've just made the item, it's in your pocket. Now you take it to whichever area you want to place it in. And you can just position it. Really cool. Put it there. Yeah, there you go. That's really cool.
Okay. So the next thing we want to show is you can now, especially on furniture, you can paint the wood, you can dye the fabric. They don't have to be the same color, they can be separate now.
Oh yeah, this is very, very cool. Right, let's grab.
So you have 2 colors of paint here, so go ahead and use that.
There should be 3, shouldn't there?
You have 2 colors of paint, but you have 3 barrels because you need.
Yes, the line, that's right. That's right, yeah, 3. So let's open. Look. Okay, so we're going to look then at now painting and dyeing this chair, aren't we? Like you said.
Right.
And where
But
is
you
it?
hit it back here with everything,
Yeah.
so.
I'm going to take it out. It's right. I'll put it over here. Right, I'm going to take it and place it. I could have just placed it. There's so many options now.
You could have turned the wheel and placed
Yeah,
it, so it's
there's just
facing
there's too many options now. There's just too many.
Your brain couldn't handle it, huh?
No, yeah, there's smoke coming out my ears. Right, let's just put that down there. Right, so dyeing and painting a chair. You paint the wood, you dye the material. So let's demonstrate this. First with the, did I do the wood black?
Yes, you did.
Right, thanks. So first of all, I'm going to activate my black dye. Then I'm going to right click on the chair and I'm going to say paint wood. Let's see it go through. There you go. That is now painted black. Now I'm going to...
It's really good.
It does, doesn't it? The black looks nice and black. And
But
now
I like the white fabric in the background too. It looks good.
it goes well, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can leave it like that, or you can
Oh no,
dye it.
we got to go with the dye. It's got to be done. So now I'm going to activate. Is it what colour is it? Green.
Blue.
Oh, blue. Oh, I'm colourblind. So I'm going to activate the blue dye. I'm now going to right click on the chair And this time I'm going to choose die seat. Goes through and bang. Isn't that cool? That just looks so nice. Look at that. That really does look beautiful. The colours are so rich.
Well, but that's also high quality dye.
Is it?
You still have the same thing with dye qualities, where the lower the quality, the lighter the dye will come out.
Okay, well, we're showing everyone what they can achieve.
Yes.
Put the time in as well they know. Right, so next then we're going to show how to remove colouring from this chair, the paint and the dye. Okay, first of all then, to remove the paint off of the wood, you're going to need to use a brush, a wire brush, which, as luck would have it, I don't have on my toolbar.
Hello?
That's something else to mention, isn't it, from the latest update? It wipes your tool belt out, so everything that you saved on it.
Oh yes, it did.
Will be gone.
That update. We got rid of. It did. It wiped out everything on our tool belts.
It's a small price to pay. One I'm happily will live with.
Fishing poles and some of the metal items like the pickaxe, the metal is not showing up on them. So, but fishing poles, it just looks like a white fishing pole. There's no graphics.
Yeah, so I mean that was a minor thing. We felt and we're done. Right, so removing the paint first of all from the wood. For that we need to use a metal brush. And yes, we will index an episode on the metal brush, because probably by now about 80% of you are asleep. I'm actually talking to you in your dreams. But nevertheless, we'll do an indexed episode, much shorter, on the metal brush. So we activate that, right click on the chair, and remove paint.
Oh yeah, that metal brush doesn't have the graphics. It's missing.
Is it?
It just looks like white.
Well, it does.
No, on my screen I see white.
Oh, I see. As I'm using it. Okay. So there you are. There's the paint stripped off.
That looks pretty cool too.
I'll bet they'll add that though. They'll work on that next. I mean,
it's just a bug.
Big update. It's crazy. They couldn't even fit it all on the Steam page, could they? It was that big. Okay, so that's the paint off the wood. Now we need to get the dye off of the material. To do that, we're going to use the lye. As we activate that, right click on the chair and remove dye. That.
You can dye armor, like your leather armors and stuff.
That's also cool. We plan, Raynstorm and I plan on doing different episodes on the different items, like armors and weapons. But there's other changes, isn't there, Raynstorm, to do with like the materials they're made of, the metals, which we're going to show in the next episode. But
the graphics have changed on the metals. Just show them the lamp that you made last week. How, if they remember when you made the brass lamp, it's right behind you.
Oh right, let me just I'm just get my steel and flint. A little bit more light. If I remembered where it was.
Oh, I can do it. It's cloudy and rainy, that's why it's overcast, so you can't see.
It's alright, I've pushed my lamp. Yeah, so I think I'd prefer that. I much do. I like that. That looks very good.
This brass lamp, you like the way it looks?
Yeah.
I liked it shiny. This is more rustic.
Ah, you're like a magpie then, I guess. You like the shinies, don't you?
Well, no, depending on the situation or the way things are set up.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I do like shiny, and then sometimes I like the rustic. I want the option to have both, so Come on, Wurm developers, we want 2 versions. We want a rustic version and a shiny version. Or new version.
Yeah, it's always nice, isn't it? To have option choices, but I do
But
like that.
even the iron, I mean, the iron base is black and the iron top is like a gray, so. But anyway, we'll go over all the changes because they made changes to how each metal type reacts with different items, like whether you're making a weapon or armor or just general items. It affects the, I guess, the strength of it and things like that. All right, so let's go show them what a ship looks like all dyed.
Yeah. Right,
But on the way over there, I've got something else to show you.
Okay. Oh, let's close my inventory window. Oh, what is this we behold before us?
We have new graphics for the hell horses. They have different colors, just like the regular horses do. And, you know, we have the gold and the brown and the, let's see, there's gold, brown, white, black, piebald, blood bay, and the ebony black. Well, if you, let's see, let me find it real quick. If you right click on the horse, it now gives you, it tells you what the horse color is, whether it's a regular horse or a hell horse. If you click on the horse and it's gold, it's envious.
Okay, no, I was just going to stop you there because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down this line of horses. I'm going to tell you the colour that Wurm gives us, and then you're going to miraculously translate into the colour for us. Now,
the horse. Okay,
because
gotcha.
what they're going to do, well, I'm going to say, look at all these different hell horses, and you've just said all different colours, but they're going to look at it. A certain percentage going to say, wait a minute, they look the same colour. We're trying to pull all over our eyes, or they look very similar in colour.
They do look similar.
Yes, so you can though distinctly tell exactly what colour they are. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to right click on each one and I'm going to tell you what it says and then you're going to translate that. Okay?
Okay.
So this first one, you right click on the hell horse, left click examine. Down here it says its colour is envious.
So that's gold.
Right, thank you. So if we move over here, see there is a gold horse. Not sure, do the examine, and maybe, would you say it's a good idea for them to write down what it says and then equals and then like list off the colours that you're just saying now?
Well, I can actually tell the gold is a little bit lighter in color than the brown.
It is actually.
And the one that you're in now is, go ahead and give its name.
Yeah, let me examine that. Okay, this is Cinder.
And that's brown.
Ah, okay.
And you'll notice it does have a more brown tone than the gold over there.
Yeah. Now that you say that, yes, it does, doesn't it? Okay, let's do the next one. Right, so this one is incandescent.
Incandescent, that's blood bay.
That's the colour, blood bay.
Mm-hmm.
So blood.
Equivalent to blood bay, uh-huh.
Yeah, it looks sort of bloodish, doesn't
Reddish.
it?
Red,
Reddish,
uh-huh.
yeah. The bloody hellhole. Okay, yeah, you can see it's distinctly a little redder.
Yeah, right. If you look at all three of those brownish horses, from back here,
they look the same.
No, they don't look the same. They actually, the blood bay looks darker and more red than the brown. Looks like a rich brown, and then the gold actually is lighter brown.
Yeah, you're right. True. Okay, let's go to the next one. which is it the fourth one, isn't it? Doing that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right, so this one is Shadow.
That's black.
Okay. Yeah, you can clearly, distinctly see the difference actually. That colour. Best. So Shadow is black. And
You might want to what you call it? Right click the ground and say no target, please. I don't need you beating on the horses.
Oh, I
You're
see.
in the fight.
Why was I fighting one?
You were trying to.
Oh, were I? Oh,
Yeah.
go up. That's. I'm not sticking around long enough in one of these pens for them to do me much harm. Right,
Okay.
this one is. I'm going to examine it. Molten.
That's ebony black.
Yeah, that's my favourite.
And you can tell it's darker than the other.
Yeah.
But notice it's got almost like purple running through its veins versus the other horses are all like red and yellows.
Yeah, that's my favourite. They do, I've got to say, right, these hell horses look really fantastic compared to how they... I used to like the old, but this definitely, if you look closely, it's so good, really. But this is my favourite.
I bet you the next one is.
And Molten, I'll have to remember that. See if I can get me one. Right, the next one then. Oh yeah, this take that back. And this one's Nightshade.
That's the piebald pintos.
Oh yeah, now I'm caught between the two. Oh, I like this.
Yeah,
one.
those two are my favorite. Both of them.
Yeah, look at the flames coming off the feet. That's really cool. All right, maybe this. What's this one?
This one's the piebald.
Oh,
it's
piebald.
like equivalent to the black and white pintos that we have.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think maybe that one's my piebald. Molten. Okay, this next one then is. Look, this is ash.
That's grey.
See, I'm struggling because that looks sort of brown to me.
To me, it looks black.
But I suppose if I look at the other brown one down there, then...
Well, if you come back and you look across all the black ones, you can tell it's lighter than the blacks.
Yeah.
And the one to the left of you, the last one,
Right.
that's...
Let's have a look. Examine it. Oops. This one is pestilential.
Pestilent?
Pestilential.
That's white.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it looks even lighter now than the other one. The other one
Yeah.
now looks brown. It's amazing how good they've got the graphics right now.
I think they need a little bit more, so it shows a little bit more of a difference between them.
Oh, I don't know. I think
they're all they look very similar.
there's a tremendous amount of work that's gone into that, and it really shows. Really, really nice. I like that. It looks just super cool. You can tame them, can't you?
Yes, they're
Imagine-
all health purposes.
Imagine like a load of you in a raiding party in chaos going to someone's deed. How terrifying would that look? Nearly as frightening as seeing this next ship coming up the shore. Fleet of them. Chaos.
Pirates. The pirates are coming.
Yeah.
So here we painted your ship.
Yeah, well, I've got to say thank you to you because I weren't able to carry, was I? Die. Look at that. Check that. Doesn't that look cool?
Black
Yeah,
with red sails. Yeah, I like that.
it does look good. And like I say, if there was a fleet of them coming up the coastline, let's say you're playing on a public PvP server, see a fleet of them coming, you ain't sticking around to find out who's coming for tea. Looks really cool.
Come over to the other dock and take a look at it from a distance
Okay.
instead of right up on top of it.
Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Wow. So all the different colours you can do now to your
Yep.
ships, how unique they can all now look. It's just amazing. Yeah.
Yep, I agree. So you ready for another new feature?
Actually, I think I'm going to try and get a screenshot of that closing. What was the key to close all of the windows?
F10.
Thank you. I'm just going to quickly grab a screenshot. That would look rather nice. This episode's thumbnail, I think. Right, okay, thank you. So, where are we off to next?
So do F10 again to bring it back up so you can see your menus? Okay. There's new skills. One is archaeology and the other one's restoration.
Which we will do.
We're going to show you a quick version of it.
Yeah.
You need your trowel to activate your trowel.
Where did you go? Oh, there you are.
I'm behind you. You're running ahead of me.
Right, okay, so yes, we activate the trowel. This is the new archaeology skill, and like Raynstorm's already said, we are going to index an episode specifically on archaeology, but first I'm going to need to get my skill up a bit. We perhaps can show different items that you can get and make, because at the moment it's rather poor. My archaeology's 7, excuse me, and my restoration's only on 6.79. So, right, how do we do this? So we activated our trowel again, and now we simply go to a tile, right click, and investigate. Now, that area is picked clean, so it's a bit like when you was foraging and...
botanizing.
That's it, botanizing. Thank you for bailing me out. Yeah, foraging and botanizing, same as that. You're going to get a lot of this tile's already been clean, but let's have a look. No, that's picked clean as well. We will find
Gosh,
some.
I've gotten 3. Maybe it's my skill.
Oh, here we go. No, I'm doing it. Check me out. There you go. So I've got a bit of skill on that. And you can't seem to find anything of use. So we won't give up. Try again. Notice you can do tiles with trees on.
Yep. Well, you could do that with botanizing and
yeah,
foraging too.
Right.
When we first started playing, you couldn't do that though. They added that in later.
That was painful, especially when you zoned into the start town and you had to walk 10 miles to even be able to pick one thing. Anyway, so you'll notice that when I did it that time, investigate, I got an unidentified fragment. So let's just do it a few more times. See if I can get a few. Nice. Here we go. Okay, so I didn't get anything then. What's your skill at, Raynstorm?
Let's see. Oh, where is it on the list? Archaeology. I'm at 22.35 right now.
Oh wow, you have been funny.
And my restoration is 18.34.
So you say every tile you do though, it successfully investigates?
No. There's still some that say pick clean. This one said you pick out a fragment of some item wedged into the ground. Can't quite make any definitive out. There may have once been a settlement here. That's what it says.
Oh, okay. Right, I just got another one. Let's see if I can get one more. And you'll all see why you need 3 in a moment.
No, sometimes you need more than 3.
Oh, do you? I thought it was just 3s.
No.
Okay. I stand corrected. So what's the maximum, do you know?
For items, pieces that you need to put together, I think I've seen one up to 26 pieces.
Okay. 26? Oh.
To make the one item, yeah.
Oh, okay, really cool. Right, okay, I've got 3. Let's go back then to a path where we won't see branches in front of our faces. And let's do the next bit of this. Why are you walking so
Because I'm out of stamina.
Right, so that's the first part of archaeology. Now, the next thing that you need to do, once you've got lots of these, so Raynstorm very kindly gave me earlier lots and lots of fragments.
I just put some on the ground for you right next to you. I gotta go get some water.
Okay.
So I can.
Oh, thank you. Right, okay, we got loads here. Let's show you how this works. Okay, so now these are currently unidentified. You're going to need certain tools to use with these, and this then becomes the next skill, which is restoration. So what we will be doing is each one of these we'll be chiseling away at their weight. You'll see that they go down in weight as we scrape away the outside of each fragment. So we'll be scraping away all the dirt and dust and other bits of rubbish which have got stuck to it and are covering what the actual item is. And in order to unearth and identify what the item is, we need to use different tools to scrape it away. So we're going to use, first of all, you'll see over here to the right, it's showing the icon of the chisel. So let's do that. So if you activate the chisel, right click on the fragment and then identify. You'll see this go along. You'll see we'll get skill gain in restoration and archaeology. And it told us you successfully clear away a bit of dirt and rock from the unidentified fragment, exposing a little more about its composition. You think a chisel might work best for chipping away larger bits of rock. So if we was to right click on a different fragment and examine it, you'll see that if you're not sure of what the icon is at the end, it then will tell you what you need to use. So a fragment of another item, you think you can see how multiples of these fragments may fit together in a way that restores the original item. A chisel, so it tells us there that we need to use a chisel on. Anyway, sticking with the first one, notice that its weight went down by 0.05 kilograms, now 95. We're going to use the chisel again on it. Go through, see it's gone down a bit in weight again, so it's saying the same again, I need to use the chisels. Let's do that. Notice I'm getting skill each time. Right, okay, so it's finished with the chisel. It's now telling us we need a metal brush. So there's a second use for the metal brush. Not only does it remove paint, but you can also use it for restoration. So let's activate the metal brush. Thank you, Raynstorm, for lending me the brush.
You're welcome.
I'll try not to forget to give. Okay, so we'll identify that. Okay, so I make a bad move and almost ruin the unidentified fragment. That's fine. Does that drop the weight down? I didn't observe that then.
I can't see.
No, when you've had
to watch the video.
When you do bad moves, have you noticed? Try again. Maybe it'll happen again.
Me make bad moves? Never.
Right, well I'm going to check it this time. Oh no, it was successful. That's why the weight. Try again. I want to see if I can fail. No, it doesn't take the weight down if you fail. So that's good. So you can just practice to your heart's content and get all the skill up. So let's keep going. Right, you successfully identify the fragment as an ore fragment 1 of 26. Wow.
See?
Are you
and
kidding
I'm sure
me?
there's probably other items that you're going to need a lot more for.
Are you kidding me though? To assemble a lump of ore, we need to identify 26 fragments.
I know, that doesn't make any sense.
It
I'm
doesn't.
hoping I hope they're going to improve this as your skill gets up, but I don't know because I'm low skilled right now.
Yeah, so that's why we'll do another episode indexed in the future when we've had a chance to we work on this lots. And you can see by just that there, I mean, there are other fragments. Let's show you. So there's the ore fragment that we just got. It's copper. Earlier though, I had been giving this a little bit of a trial, and you'll see that I've got one piece of a birchwood shaft. So if I get 2 more pieces of that, I can join them together to assemble them into a shaft, a birchwood shaft. And I imagine, because this is, you've got to remember, all right, you're starting at the beginning. You're just starting with the skill. We're under skill 10 for goodness sake. It's not going to give us an adamantite full set of armor which is going to make us invincible, or it's not going to give us a rare ship of the, you know, like the top of the line ship. What it's doing here is it's starting at the beginning, low level. It's giving us a way to grind the skill to improve it, and the only hope that I have is that eventually, if we spend a few years doing this, we'll get some really nice item when it gets into the 90. That's my hope. What do you think?
That's what I'm hoping too.
Yeah?
Now there should be 2 fragments of copper lump or something there that you can put. It requires 3 pieces. You can combine those 2.
Right, yeah, okay, very good actually. That's exactly what we do next. So next then, as you find all the different pieces, you join them together. So if I activate this one, right click this one, and combine fragment.
That's missing its graphics too.
You add a little bit more to the lump fragment. Got skills up for it, and now you can see I've got lump fragment 2 of 3, so it's telling us we just need a 3rd one. And you know what, I don't think we've got time. Let's see how we're doing for time. How much more have we got to show? We've got 16 minutes.
We're going up to the village to show them the different wood types and digging.
Okay.
How it goes into a pile.
Different wood types. Yeah, so I'll just quickly try and see if I can get another bit of that copper. A few quick tries. I don't see. It'd be nice to show them a finished piece.
Yeah, I can't show them because I gave you my tools. So.
Well, do you want me to give you your tools back? You'll be quicker than me. Your skill is twice what mine is.
You can try.
Yeah? Alright, let's give him that. Right, so give you. This ensures you get your tools back. Okay, mate. There's your brush. What else did you give me? Just
all those fragments.
Oh yeah.
The unidentified fragments.
Right, okay, so they're the ones that we need to be done. Right, there you go. Yeah, see if you can get, I'm looking for 3rd bit, lump fragment copper. The 3rd one, 3rd fragment. See if you can. I shall admire my ship while you're...
You could head up to where the dye shop is.
Yeah, I'll do that in fact. That ship does look like...
It does, it looks really good.
So yeah, 2 new skills. Very, very cool. Can't wait to see what we can unlock. And don't be like, oh, a birchwood shaft or oh, a lump of copper. I mean, come on, that is skills under 20. So hopefully that's much better. Where am I going?
Up to the dye shop?
Oh yeah. You been successful yet?
Nope, still. It's cleaning the dirt off, but haven't completely got rid of it yet. So I'm just coming up to the dye shop while you're talking about the dye. Remember?
Yes. So, and what did we say the changes were with the dyes? They're more
Well,
vibrant.
with
that's
the
for sure.
dyes, in the past, the type of material would affect the way the dye looked. Not necessarily the quality of the dye, but the actual item itself. So, in the past, like if you had wood that had a lot of reds in it and you added blue dye to it, it would make it more of a purple color, right? Because there was red in the background of that wood. The dyes now, doesn't matter what wood type you have, it looks exactly the same if you're using the same quality.
I see.
It doesn't matter what the material is. So black used to look gray on the statues and stuff, and now it actually looks black.
Oh yeah, that was actually what I was going to demonstrate. The change with his statue. It now looks so perfect, being black. Doesn't look washed out like you say.
Right.
It looks nice and black.
See, and then like the bronze color that I did, the statue that was in bronze used to be like this, almost like a shiny, the one that was on the marble statue, versus the dog, which was darker. And then, but now they all seem to look very similar. Doesn't matter what the texture is.
Yeah, they've done a lot of work with the dyes as well on the paints. It really is nice now. Different effects and uniqueness you can make your items, boats, statues.
Now, if you go around the corner to the back side of that building, there's all the wooden barrels there without the dye on it. That's, if you hover over it or inspect it to see what kind of wood it is, that shows you all the different new wood textures, or wood textures. So I think the walnut is really pretty. It's a dark, rich brown.
The walnut.
The three by themselves on the right-hand side of the door.
Oh, I see. Chestnut? Oh, walnut, yeah, that is nice. But the fir wood, I think I like. Oh, actually, walnut, yeah, I like that. Now, do they have the differences, though? Like, you remember cedarwood, right, the slowest? Is that still the case?
They didn't mention that in the update, that unlike the metals now affect the items that you make, the wood, it doesn't say anything like that yet.
Exactly, that's what I was getting at. Is there an important... Alright, it looks pretty, but if we get to functionality, what wood rots the slowest?
Yeah, they didn't mention any of that in the change. It's just graphics that have changed.
Well, maybe we can cover that again on the woods when there's been more information released. Or maybe we can just put 3 barrels somewhere, 1 cedar, 1 walnut and 1 fir wood, and see who the last one is standing. Eh? Maybe we can do our own kind of test. Or at least we can see over time the damage that it takes. So for example, bring my window back. If we look at that, that is no damage. They're probably damage because on your deed. So we'll have to do it off deed, won't we?
Yeah.
And then we can find out. We can put down all the different wood makes and see which barrel lasts the longest or takes the least amount of damage out of them. That way, it doesn't even matter if it's not completely rotten.
You have an unidentified weapon fragment, an unidentified wooden fragment, sandstone brick fragment, ore fragment, roundstone fragment.
So I think there's going to be lots and lots of them. So the question is that probably people are now who are watching this wondering is, can they be stored in a BSB?
We'll have to test that out because I have no idea.
Right, let's do that. Where's the nearest?
If they're items, if they're fragments of items, what did I just do? Did I drop them on the ground?
You dropped, yeah.
Oh, they're behind you. Okay, fun. So let's go this way because there's a BSB sitting right out here.
All right, cool. Yeah, because if you've got like hundreds of these, you're going to need to store them somewhere. So let's find out.
So let's see. I'm going to give you some. I'm just going to drop all the pieces on the ground.
Okay.
Except for about 4 because I'm using them.
Yeah. Drop wood.
Drop on ground. And I'm going to drop all these other pieces on the ground.
Okay. Right, so I'm going to grab them sticks. And grab that. I think. Wow, you can get all the different materials by the looks of it. Right, let's see if we can store them in this BSB. Okay. The sandstone brick fragment would be destroyed. Right, we can't store them in a bulk storage bin. Can we store them in a crate?
Can you store the unidentified fragments in there?
Oh, all right. That's a good question. No.
Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to drop that on the ground.
So, I think it's pretty safe to say none of them are in there. But can we use a crate?
I don't know.
Where's your nearest?
There are crates over by the, whatchamacallit. So here's a fragment of something on the ground that looks like we need to identify. Unidentified wooden fragment. That looks wooden? Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably a peg and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We have the bulk storage bins over here. Do you have some of the items in your pocket?
Yeah, I've got them all.
Okay. There's some bulk containers in here.
Hey, let's try this then. So let's try a small crate. No. So we can't store them in the BSB. We can't store them in the crate. It's now looking like we have to use a container where they will take damage.
You could, yeah, you come out here, come inside try this. I think this is for the large items, but.
Okay. I'm going to try and drop them on one of your shelves. Oh, yep, there we go.
So this is the large storage unit. This is supposed to be for storing large items. And things do take slight damage in this.
Slight. Do we know how much? Can we remember how much?
Is there anything in there with damage?
It's done monthly, isn't it? It's worked out the damage.
Let's see. Shelves. Okay, so there's some yolks that have been in there for a long, long time, and it's got just a little damage to them. Look at them. There's some bridles barding in there.
How long? 6 months? 3 months?
When did we make these storage units? It's been a while.
Oh, right. Okay, yes, that's looking good. You can easily imp them back up. So, yeah, that's good. That's good. Mind you, I mean, with them, so it's the quality level, isn't it, that we're going to lose on the fragments. So that's still looking good. Yeah, that would be fine.
But all you're trying to do is get the items, so.
I'm just thinking some people, though, would take a break. They'll spend a few hours picking these fragments, and maybe they'll decide to have a little rest for a while. That turns into a longer while. I was wondering whether they'd still be there when I got back.
Well, if you have enough money you can buy one of those magic chests off the merchants. But I think, how many silver? I think it's 20 silver to buy one of those things.
Wow.
Might be higher than that. If you go over to, where's the trader? Let's see. If we go back over here by the dye shop, there's a trader out here that actually sells that stuff.
Oh, let's take a look.
Let's see. Toshba. Hey,
Oh,
Tosh.
Tosh, yeah.
Yes.
Good day, mate. Right, let's have a look.
Exactly. Large magical chests, 50 silver. So if you get your money up by selling things to the token and things, or if you're on a server where you can make some money, you can get a magical chest and put the items in it. They will not rot in those magical chests.
Have you come out the shop and I'll just show everyone?
I'm right behind you. What?
Right, let's have a look. I just wanted to show what they look like. The small magical chest, is that the one you're talking about?
No, the large one is what I was looking at.
Oh yeah, large.
You right click on them, it tells you it's 50 silver.
Oh, I see, yeah.
I'm not sure what the small one is.
The small one is 75, 25 each. The half the price of the large.
Okay.
So nothing takes any damage in them
No,
at all?
it does not.
On deed or off deed?
Yep, doesn't matter.
And
you
does
can
the
store
chest,
100 items in it.
and does the chest take damage?
No, it's a magical chest.
Okay. And how does anyone else get hold of these chests? Because they may not have Tosh.
Well,
Aussie mate on their server.
Even in Wurm Online, there are merchants that sell this stuff.
Oh, is there?
These they're traders. This is the same person that you would buy a merchant contract.
Why is this trader not holding a rather big fish? I got you, ain't I?
Tosh is
going
to get that one.
No, I got you. Yeah, I think
Tosh
they'll all
will get
agree.
that. I've got one more fragment that needs to be identified.
Well, actually, I was going to say, don't worry about that. We're going to do an episode, aren't we? And we can beforehand get loads of different items, all the fragments to them. So that we will leave until we do the index episode on archaeology. We need to have something to show. Although it's better that it'll be indexed, not in an hour-long episode. What else did you want to show, Raynstorm? What else is there to mention? I'm sure there's still lots, you know. So what else would you like?
No, because the next episode that we've got to do the hanging lamps still, and then we'll show the different metals types for the hanging lamps. But we also need to do a full episode on metals, because with this update, the different metal types, depending on the items, will affect the item.
Well, we can do the hanging lamp and the metals then in the next episode.
Well, no. I don't think you can, because, for example, you've got all the different metal types, all the different ores, right? You can make... Is that your thing, beeping?
Yeah, that's 1 hour.
Okay, give me just a quick second.
Yeah.
When you talk about metal types, you've got armor, you've got weapons, and you've got general items. And based on the type of metal will tell you how much damage an item is going to take, how soft the metal is. For example, lead is really soft, so you're not going to want to make a tool out of lead, right? Because it's going to take more damage when you're using it. So there's a whole list of pluses and minuses, or bonuses and, negatives to the different metal types that you'll have to go over. And I don't think you can do that in just the hanging lamp. I mean, they have the lamps now have or the metals now take on their own hue depending on the type of metal.
I see. Yeah. Well, we'll show all of that in the hanging lamp episode, or we'll try.
Or what we can anyway.
What we can, yeah, we'll try and fit it into an hour. Anyway, right, so the time has gone, but is there anything else that you wanted to mention? Because there were other stuff that you made notes of that we just wanted to quickly mention. What were some of them
In
items?
the update, hold on a second, let me pull it up. You can now pave over cat size when you're repaving the highways. We don't have any highways, so I can't show that.
Oh, maybe we'll make one, eh?
Right, we're working on it, but we just haven't put the cat size and stuff down because your highways have to be at least 2 tiles wide of paved. We're working on that. Lots of us on the server are working on it. You can now rename the shelves in the larders.
Right.
Which is mine doors now have new graphics and animation to it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Which looks really cool.
Yeah.
Now, for those that have mines where the top is kind of like on a funny angle, it didn't go like straight. When you place the mine doors, it actually straightens out the top of the mine.
So will they have to take their mine door off and put it back on in order for it to do that, or will that have just been done?
It doesn't say.
Oh, okay.
It does not say.
They can check. What else?
I'm looking down the list. We did saddlebags. Oh, I know.
There
Dirt.
you go.
Digging.
Oh, that's
You know
right.
how digging, when you dig dirt, it goes into your pocket? Well, now you can make it go straight into a pile on the ground.
Okay, how about then you go to that digging island and teleport me there so we can quickly show that, and then we'll end.
Okay. Yeah.
That sound good?
Sounds good.
I'll get my shovel ready.
Oh, it's over here. We're almost at the island.
Save that. Are we? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, oops.
Yeah, it's about time I did a bit of digging.
Yeah, you need to do digging and mining and lots of other things. The population here is getting big again, so you need to come back and play. People want to say hi. Special.
This is a nice little village. I like the trees that you've done. It makes it look really nice.
I didn't make anything with the trees. They grew themselves.
Really pretty. Yeah, it's a natural look then. Very
The only
nice.
thing I did was plant certain types of trees on certain streets
Yeah.
to give it the feel of, like apple blossom road or cherry blossom this, or, just that kind of thing.
It looks nice.
Okay, you're summoned to the island. See if you can dig up into your pocket.
Right, okay. I shall try to ignore this dragon. Looks like it's had fun too. Right, I'm dig just spawn up. Right, dig a hole. Now, did it put it in my inventory? Okay, so by just digging, it puts it straight into my pocket. So what are we saying here? That if I right click with my shovel activated, how can I choose to put that dirt into a pile rather than my inventory?
Good question. So my question is, if you drop it down on the ground.
Oh, on ground or as pile, but that's the way it always was.
No, but when you're digging, let's see what it says here.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Let's try then. So I've just created the first bit of a pile. Let's see then if the next one now will automatically go into that. So dig again.
Oh, it says, the ability to dig dirt or resources directly into a pile has been added. The keybind dig_to_pile will allow you to dig dirt and other resources and have them go into a pile at your feet. Once the pile is full. So you have to create a keybind, go up to your console, Pick a key that you want to bind.
Was it HUD settings?
No, console.
Oh, was it the console? Okay, so you said dig.
Well, first you're going to say bind,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
you're going to pick
of
the
course.
key that you want to bind.
Oh no, all my keys I'm sure I've used.
Oh, just pick one that you can put back.
For goodness sake now. I'm going to be probably wanting to go one morning and dig, and I'm going to end up jumping off a cliff. Right, let's do the U key.
I'd like to see that.
Right, bind you, and if I die in a later period, I shall blame you.
Okay, so now the bind option is dig _ to _ pile.
The numerical 2 or the word 2? I'm guessing the word. T-O, yeah.
T-O.
Pile.
Dig to pile.
Okay, let's see if that works. Right, key binding saved. I wonder what I used for. I should have checked.
I thought you said you.
You, yeah, I mean. Okay. Right, so I'm going to try it. Here we go. Right, now I think that did just do it. So that's really cool. Let's again. Again. Now, are they not going to just go into one big pile? Or are we going to have a million piles?
It should be one pile. Come to another area. Stand on one tile.
Yeah, alright, let's do it. Go over here. I was doing them as separate.
No, because 3 makes a pile.
Yeah, there you go. It just. Cool.
Now try it again. Yep.
Yep, fantastic. So there you go. That's how you key bind to whatever letter key you want and dig to a pile, so you can sit there getting piles. How glorious does that sound?
Now I wonder if this works for mining and stuff too.
Yeah, I bet it does. Right, anyway, wow, time has gone. I'll never get this uploaded. It'll take a day and a half to get it uploaded. Right, do you want to say your goodbyes and then I'll say the outro?
Goodbye, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Raynstorm. I know you've done a heck of a lot in this episode to get everything ready and all the stuff that we are going to be needing. So thank you very much for all the time that you've spent helping to make this episode. It was all day, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, a long time. Anyway, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's been all day.
To the rest of you, wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep you. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.